Hey everybody, it's Mary Gardner, and today I'm so excited to bring to you a guest who I am such a fan of, somebody who I've coached in the past and I've seen his career explode over the past couple of years. This is Chris Guerrera. And Chris, it's so good to see you. I cannot wait to talk about your project that you're working on. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Hey, Mary, it's a pleasure to be with you, and I love talking about all the programs we have going on, especially this new one with our Pitch to Pros opportunity for inventors.
That's amazing. Yeah, so Chris has partnered with Alibaba.com, which we all know is huge. And this program is called the Modern Inventor Pitch the Pros. It is going to be in September 5th and 6th in Las Vegas at the Paris Hotel. So this is an event for entrepreneurs. This is for inventors, people who want a leg up. They're going to be able to pitch different judges, celebrity judges, and people like myself who are judging. So Chris, share with us a little bit about the event, what to expect, and who is supposed to come to this exciting event in Las Vegas.
We're really looking for the next big innovative product, right? So we've got a search going. It's a platform that will have about 2,000 people in the audience, over 7 million live streaming around the world on an extremely large platform with celebrity judges. All the celebrity judges will be announced next week, but essentially you'll get 5 minutes to pitch directly to the judges. But I say 5 minutes, meaning the entire pitch is 5 minutes. You don't want to be talking about your product for 5 minutes. You want to have it about, no more than 2 minutes. So you leave good room for questions. There's a lot of awards, there's packages. So that's the 6th, right? On the 5th, we're going to do what's called a Sharks Pitch Room. It's a competition. So if you don't make the first cut to pitch on the main stage, you get a chance to actually compete the day before in a pitch off. And we'll have judges. There'll be different categories based on the judges that you can pitch directly to them, and 2 winners from that group will get a chance to pitch on the main stage. One will be reserved, but one will be guaranteed to pitch. So this is going to be the largest pitching event of the year. Then there's outside of this, there's also some other programs going on. We're looking at doing a CBS knocking program, the brand program, the night before on the 4th, where if you have a great brand and you want to be part of this, there's no cost to it. You can show up. We'll have CBS available to get on a national program. And you know that I do also TV. I do, Fox, the CBS, and I'll be in New York City when I get back from Paris next week looking for the best product in New York City.
I love it. Chris, you have like an amazing story. I know that you'd been on Shark Tank twice. Give me a quick idea or, tell that story again. I thought it was fascinating.
Yeah, so the first time, this is interesting, it goes way back. So I had an opportunity to take a vacation, which I never take. And I said, I don't want to do landscaping around my house. I'm just tired of all of it. Let's go to New York. So I went to New York, and one stipulation was that I want to go on to the set of Good Morning America. And truly, this is where it started. Went to the set. It was about 6 o'clock in the morning on a Thursday. And I started talking to a producer. She was a lot of questions, so you can tell she was fishing. And then she asked me if I wanted to be on TV, and of course I said I would love to. So I got on TV with Ginger Z. We got connected. Fast forward 3 months later, I get a call about 10 o'clock at night, and usually at 10 o'clock at night, it's one of the kids, right? They need money, they need something's going on in their life. It's not, it's the producer. And she says, "Hey, don't you have a product?" I said, "I do." She said, "You want to be on the Good Morning America Shark Tank on Friday, next week?" I'm like, "Yeah." She said, "So all you got to do, don't get crazy with the production. Just film yourself pitching and then send it to me tomorrow by 9 o'clock. And I said, "Well, I'm not actually at 9 o'clock. I'm flying." She said, "It's up to you. I'm giving you a chance. What you do with it is up to you." So we got the team together. They it's kind of interesting. They wanted to go into the office and film it right away. And I'm like, "No, I'm going to bed." It was like 11:30, got up at 5, wrote a script. We filmed it. Did 10 takes, used the first one, submitted it by 9. Time I landed, she called me and said, "See you next week." That's how my first engagement with Good Morning America started.
That's so exciting. And you did get on Shark Tank, right?
I did. Yeah. So again, now you 4 years later, during COVID, I partnered with a woman who had a potty training device. And I submitted a couple products. They called me. It's kind of ironic. My wife was in the car, called me and said, "You got to pick one. We liked several of the ones you submitted. Pick one." I picked it. went through the whole protocol, the entire interviewing process. It was during COVID, so it was very different, right? When we finally got selected, there was like 60,000 applicants, right? To think about, you're one of 80. We got selected, and we got locked essentially in a room for 10 days, pitched on the 11th day. So try that. Try going to Vegas in a complete bubble, COVID test before, COVID test during, COVID test after, and being locked in a room for 11 days. I mean, literally couldn't even go in the hallway. We pitched, we got a deal with Lori and Daymond, and we aired on the grand finale, season 12. We closed the show. So at that time, only 12 people in the world had accomplished that.
Wow, that's amazing. And you did end up producing a product. What is that product? And I also know that you have a really interesting background that wasn't all about TV. And you're actually, you're an engineer?
Correct. Yeah. So that product ended up blowing up after it aired on Shark Tank. It's kind of my line to them, saying it needs an audience. Once it has an audience, it's just going to sell off the chart. They believed in us. That night of the airing party, I think I had 8,800 units in Amazon in stock, sold out before the show was over. And then we had another 5,500 orders come in. Through the weekend, it was over 10,000. So my evaluation on the show intentionally was high. They don't like you betting on the future. I told them I'm betting on me and what I can do to get this thing launched. After it aired, it doubled the valuation. So I remember calling up Daymond saying, how do you like me now? Right. So, and I became friends with Daymond and partners with Daymond and still doing things with him now. Matter of fact, this event in Vegas will have some twist of Shark Tank as well. So it's really exciting stuff. And then of course I'm an engineer, like you said. So I've been launching products, designing products my entire life. I'm on one of the largest patents in the world for Ford Motor Company. I'm still the youngest executive to ever run a BMW plant. So I've had a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. And it started when I was 13. I had the biggest paper route in Waterbury, Connecticut.
That is what I love so much about you, your passion for entrepreneurship. I know that you've helped so many people bring their products to birth. Give me an idea, because I know you've been having these events around the country. Some of the entrepreneurs that you've helped, products that you've brought to the world.
So we'll go right back to the National Hardware Show just recently. We had two areas of pitching. One was an area where the inventors, which we call, like, it's called Next for Innovation. There's an area where they can showcase their product, and then we have a stage where we educate. We talk about different things, social media, patents, how to get in retail, what you should be on Amazon, and then we let them pitch to the pros there. Then we had another room called the Sharks Pitch Room, just like Shark Tank. There's a line formed outside. You registered, you walk in. There's a judging panel of 5. You're being filmed. You get 1.5 minutes, so you get 90 seconds to actually pitch. And, you know, you might go a little longer and we're okay with it, but your 5 minutes is the cap. You pitch, it's recorded. You can use it. We brand it. You can use it for your website. You can actually use it to submit to Shark Tank. So what the feedback from that was, it was life-changing, they said. Literally. In our area, we had 4 or 5 people actually get retail opportunities and licensing deals right from that show alone. And that's what we bring. We bring the buyers, we bring the awareness, we bring all of the pros to an area that most entrepreneurs or inventors would never have a chance to meet. And you get it right on the spot. You get deals on the spot. And it's just taken off now to a point now where Alibaba's partnered with us, and this platform in Vegas in September will be the biggest platform anyone will ever see, to be able to pitch to some really big names for celebrities and in the industry for the pitch off.
That's amazing. Chris, it has truly been inspiring to see how you've been able to actually take an idea into fruition and now successful. So I know you're having events all over the country. Is there a website where people can find all of your events if they're unable to make it on September 5th and 6th in Vegas?
Yeah. So if you go to modern-inventor.com, you'll see the events we do. You see the programs I have with Daymond. We have game changer programs, Rise Nation, Masterminds. We also have television opportunities. I'm actually on CBS, York, Carolina. I'm going to New York for PIX, Channel 11. We got Fox, and now we're looking at a couple other television stations nationally that we can showcase product. You know, I think I'm over 10 million viewers now just on that one station. So it's really building momentum.
That's so amazing. Well, you are certainly entertaining. And last chance to tell your engagement story. Make it quick, but it's so
Yeah.
exciting.
Well, that was a good one because I didn't tell anybody. So I had been with Brandy now probably about 12 years. And I said to my son, what if and he's 21 now. So I said, what if I proposed to Brandy live in Good Morning America? And he literally laughed at me. He said, you're not going to be able to propose to her on television on Good Morning America. I said, well, let's find out. So I text my producer friend, and I'm not kidding. Like, you either get them or you don't get them right away, because they may be doing the show right after the show. Literally got a text back 10 seconds, said, yeah, absolutely. I don't know if I can do it live, she said, because we're booked for 3 months, but if we can, we will, but let's just plan on it. And, and remind me a month before, well, let's do it December 6th. Within a minute, I had 4 VIP passes to be on the set. I didn't tell anybody. I went ring shopping with Tyler. Literally didn't tell anybody. That's hard for me. I didn't tell a soul, and I'm glad. So then we finally get to New York. It's the morning of, and I'm walking through some things at 3 a.m. with the producers, and Brandy's like, who are you talking to? I said, I'm just doing some work. I said, don't worry, we don't have to leave until 5 o'clock. So basically they're telling me it's not going to be live. This is what we want we want you to do it. We'll film it, record it, and we'll show it through a commercial. Well, then I get a call back as I'm getting ready to leave at 5:30 saying, hey, Chris, it's going to be live. I'm just going to hand you the mic, and I'm going to use the words they used. He said, bring the ring and don't F it up. Literally the words. And I said, if that camera's rolling, I promise I won't F it up. And it was pretty funny, because when it was like 8:02, they hand me a mic and they give me the 2-minute signal in the back, and they're counting me down. And they wanted me to talk about Robin Roberts, because I've known her for a while in Good Morning America. So I did all the talking about that. And they're filming all of it. And then I get down on my knee, and Tyler, I go to give him the mic, and Tyler's like, I don't want the mic. I'm like, no, you got to hold it. I got to get the ring out. Right. So I get the ring out. Brandy has no idea what's going on right now. She's like in shock, because she had asked me earlier, you look nervous today. You're never nervous when you pitch. I said, well, I don't have my lines down yet. So I go through this whole process, and the crowd, I mean, you couldn't even hear me. It was so loud. Everyone's yelling and screaming. It was a pretty cool moment. Then after it's over, this is how you know you did well. My kid said, Dad, you nailed it. Like, they're always looking for a reason to get back at you. He was nothing but complimentary. And then this is the funny part. The producer comes out and says, hey, this is like 20 minutes later. He goes, did she say yes? I'm like, she's sitting right here. Of course she said yes. And then he goes, did she swear? And I'm like, I don't know, dude. I was watching. Tyler goes, yep. I'm like, what did you say? I guess. So this is why they asked. And all the shockness, Brandy, and I'm the only one that's mic'd, but they said you can hear a little bit of it. Basically, she said no effing way, because she couldn't believe what was going on. So they're like, did she just say no too? I'm like, no, she said yes. So that was the thing. That was epic. I said, so Brandy, my one time, 10 million people watching, they had to cut it from Europe. They had to cut it from the West Coast. Oh. It was pretty funny. But Robin Roberts came back and did an in-studio announcement live in August, and they brought cameras here, and I did another live pitch as an update. And I told him, that's when I told him we were getting married on July 7th, my late mother's birthday, and Robin Roberts did a whole post on it. Really, really cool event.
Oh, that is so romantic. That's so great. I hope we're going to get to meet Brandy in September.
Yes, 100%.
Awesome.
You'll be front and center with us.
Front and center. Okay. So give a pitch again. You're the master of the pitch to all the entrepreneurs who have a big dream, who want to bring their product to the world that's going to help people, and give a pitch. What are they going to do when they come to Vegas on the 5th and 6th of September to the event?
You want to talk about your product solving a problem and having a need for the mass audience. Don't talk about your life story. Nobody cares, honestly, not at this moment. You want to keep it fun, entertaining, and you want to keep it short. No more than 2 minutes. I mean, I always say 1.5 minutes, and then let the judges talk to you about what they see and let them ask you questions. But you want to keep it entertaining, have fun with it. No need to be nervous, rehearse. You can do a lot of rehearsal yourself, film yourself, but keep it really, what's your product do? What problems it's solving, and who needs it? Because I find so many people just want to talk, and you lose your audience after 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes, it's over, and you'll lose the biggest chance of your lifetime. There's going to be folks on these panels from retail, from the Shark Group, from licensing, from people who have been with Disney and Shark Tank, people who have been winners on Shark Tank, celebrities. I'm talking about big celebrities. Like, this is your chance. This everyone, you know, one opportunity. I always feel like I always like to make myself present, because if you're not present, you don't get the opportunity. So you do make some of your own luck. So if you get a chance to be part of this, it's something you don't want to miss. Take advantage of it. Make sure you have fun with it.
Amen. From the master, Chris Guerrera, co-create 2024 with Alibaba.com and the Modern Inventor Pitch the Pros, September 5th and 6th in Las Vegas at the Paris Hotel. Look for me, look for Chris. We look forward to seeing you there, and make sure to make all your dreams come true. Thanks again, Chris. Great to see you.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it. So much fun.
Always.